So, the mark of the beast is a decently common trope in works of fiction. It's a symbol, pattern, or marking as a result of turning evil or a precursor to a character turning evil. The terminology mark of the beast comes from the Bible. Now, the mark of the beast in biblical theology is the number 666, and the beast is the Antichrist. In the book of Revelation, those who worship the Antichrist are branded with the number 666, and with all that, now you can see how in media these symbols or other symbols are applied when people make a deal with the devil or something like that. So what once started out as a mark to be feared as it condemns you to Judgment Day where Satan lives is now a pretty common trope in TV and film. So on that note, hey most amazing fam, my name is Abby, and today I'll be talking about the top 10 scary marks of the beast, specifically focusing on where the trope is used in TV and film. Now, since I'm talking about it in media, know that there will be spoilers. The heading for each number will be the title of the TV show, movie, or whatever I'm talking about. So if you don't want that to be spoiled, then just skip ahead from that one. So in anime, starting us off at
number 10.
Hellgirl. Now, this trope is seen in the anime Hellgirl. People get the mark of a black fire on their chest from a contract they make with Ai Enma, aka the titular character of the series. A person finds this Hellgirl on a Hell Correspondence website where they make a request to get rid of a person. When this happens, Ai Enma shows up with a doll with a red string on its neck, and she's like, pull the string and your tormentor will either repent or go to the infernal pit that is known as Hell. Now, in the show, people hardly ever repent, so they are taken down under, and I don't mean Australia. Now, the mark of black fire represents the deal made in this transaction with Ai Enma, and sure, if the characters do this, their tormentor or whatever they want to get rid of will go down to the pit, but when they die, they'll be taken down too. And this is 100% what kind of happens in biblical interpretations of the mark of the beast, because you have it, and then you go down under. So it's very on trope, and yeah, a dark reminder of the implications of the mark of the beast. And now this next one is a movie at
number 9.
Dead in the Tombstone. Okay, so the character Guerrero de la Cruz is blindsided and killed in this movie and decides to make a deal with the devil for another chance. He is given 24 hours to kill his former gang, because they were originally the ones to blindside him and kill him. If he fails to send all 6 of his former gang to their end in that 24 hours, he will remain damned to hell. And as a symbol of this, guess what? He receives a mark on him from the devil himself. Mark of the beast. Literally. Guerrero's symbol is an inverted cross that Satan brands on him. And now another movie at
number 8.
Snoop Dogg's Hood of Horror. Now, in the beginning of this film by Martha Stewart's best friend Snoop Dogg, the main character Devin sells his soul to a demon. He does this because he accidentally killed his sister and wants to bring her back. Now, the trade for this is his own life, and he is resurrected as a Hound of Horror with HOH on the back of his neck as a symbol. In addition to more strength and knowledge, as a Hound of Horror, Devin is given the power to decide who goes to heaven or hell, and is forced to do so for the rest of eternity. And so that HOH on the back of his neck is a pretty powerful mark of the beast for a demon to give out to someone, eh? And if you're thinking of watching this, just know it has an 11% on Rotten Tomatoes, so keep that in mind. If you're thinking of traditional cinematic enjoyment, just remember, 11%. But let's go on to
number 7.
A Thief in the Night. Now, this film from 1972 is a much more literal and modern take on the mark of the beast in cinema. Since it's an evangelical Christian film, it comes from a belief in the mark of the beast being a real thing. In the movie, a woman named Patty wakes up to hear the rapture is happening and millions of people have disappeared. Because of this, a group called Unite, or UNITE, is making sure everyone is tattooed with a digital code that lets them go about their daily lives. The code is something that needs to be scanned before they buy food at the grocery store and things like that, but in the movie the digital code is actually the number 666 in disguise, and those who refuse this mark, because it's the mark of the beast, they are sent to the guillotine. That's 100% coercion, but spoiler alert for it all in the end, it's all a dream. And then the real rapture happens again. It's one of those wake up ones. But let's move on to some more TV elements at
number 6.
It's seen in Doctor Who. So this is during the 10th Doctor, if you want to be safe from spoilers for a specific one. And so in the episodes The Impossible Planet and The Satan Pit, there was a possession that marked the possessed with the mark of the beast. This person's name was Toby, and when he was possessed by the beast, a legitimate entity residing in the depths of a planet, he would have markings in an untranslated language all across his skin and glowing red eyes. Also, when the beast overtook him, he displayed telekinetic powers, spoke with the voice of the beast, survived in the vacuum of space, and could produce flame with his mouth. Then, when the beast completely overtook him, as he was now a vessel for the beast, Rose, another character, smashed a hole in the window and sent him into a black hole to his death that sent the beast out with him. They smashed windows because they're in space and sent him out. But honestly, ain't that some big symbolism of the beast? Something big, down under, symbols. It's a big one. But on to
Number 5.
Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. Now, I remember this one as a kid because the implications of the mark on this Power Ranger was really scary at the time, and I'll skip through the majority of the backstory, but essentially, a curse was placed on Ryan Mitchell, the Titanium Lightspeed Ranger, and the curse was in the form of a cobra tattoo on his back, and the tattoo would move up anytime he morphed, but if it reached his neck, it would kill him. The good news is the tattoo was destroyed when the Beast / original Cobra was destroyed and Ryan didn't die, but every time I watched those episodes, he kept using the titanium morpher to morph, and I was like, Ryan, what are you doing? You're gonna kill yourself because the Cobra is gonna come up and attack your neck, and it was just very tense and scary and stressful. Not something a kid needs, but still really good. But let's move on to another Serpentine throwback from the Harry Potter movies.
Number 4.
Lord Voldemort. And while, yeah, evil boy Voldy isn't a devil, he does get all of his followers to do evil deeds to brand themselves with the dark mark, so along those lines of the trope, you know? And so if you remember this mark, it's a skull with a snake coming out of its mouth, and without a doubt a trope of the Mark of the Beast. Lord Voldemort can even use the mark to summon his followers to him and allegedly even track down defectors. So if it looks like it and the trope is like it must be Mark of the Beast, right? This is trying to be a snake, forgive me. But let's go on to something else, not film TV but video games, at
Number 3.
Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. So Samus's corruption due to Phazon-based attacks in this game installment really mirrors the trope of the Mark of the Beast. So the trope that the markings get worse the more corrupt you can get, or the more corrupt you get, can be seen here. As the corruption of Samus worsens in the game, her suit develops glowing blue veins, and when her face is visible, we can see them on her skin, and eventually even one of her eyes begins to grow blue as the corruption just takes her over. In the game though, the corruption isn't from a beast, but this Phazon thing I'm talking about. Phazon infects and corrupts things until they are monstrosities, which are some of the things Samus is fighting, and in the game, Samus is trying to stop the effects of Phazon without becoming corrupted herself, because it becomes a part of her. It's like a whole thing. But let's go back to TV for our last two, which are both animation. At
Number 2.
Gravity Falls. Now, whenever the main character Dipper is possessed by the antagonist Bill Cipher, his pupils become slits and his eyes become yellow. This is a clear sign or mark that he has been taken over by Bill Cipher, the Beast in this case. Bill Cipher is a cartoon take on a powerful Illuminati-esque dream demon with goals to infiltrate the 3D realm after destroying the 2D realm. And while there's nothing in this that screams insanely scary, this is a kids show that tackles much deeper topics. It has this dream demon, coercion and manipulation from the demon to allow possession, and a rift between realms. It's one of my favorites from the tail end of my childhood, and yes, it uses the trope of the Mark of the Beast. Even with the changes of eyes, no one in Gravity Falls even notices that it's not Dipper controlling his body, but Cypher gets away with too much stuff, man. But on to number 1, or
Number 1.
we started with anime, we end with animation. So this one, last one, number 1,
Number 1.
The Simpsons. The 666th episode of The Simpsons was also their 30th Halloween special. It was titled The Treehouse of Horror XXX, the X's meaning the Roman numerals for 30. In this instance, the Mark of the Beast was found to be on Maggie, the youngest child of Homer and Marge. In this episode, it deterred from the regular canon of the series, and Maggie was instead adopted and had special powers. For example, she chokes Dr. Hibbert and burns him. The religious character in The Simpsons, Ned Flanders, sees Maggie use these demonic powers and sets up to kill her at an abandoned church. When Marge and Homer come to save her, Ned shows that she bears the Mark of the Beast, 666, under her hair. And well, before Ned does that, he flashed a mark that looks like a Mickey Mouse head because this came around the time of the Fox and Disney merger, and this was the showrunner's way of poking fun that the episode could have been number 667 if the Fox changed the schedule because of the merger. That's just a side note. But anyways, before Ned can kill Maggie, she rises up, breaks through the ceiling of the church, and stakes Ned, Homer, and Marge in the heart. So they end up looking like the 3 X's for the number of the special, and the logo appears above them, and then Demon Maggie is just like there. And anyways, a very classy beginning to the special that uses the Mark of the Beast. That's number 1, all done. So that's all I have for you guys today. Let me know down below what you think you've seen of the Mark of the Beast in either on screen or real life. And while you're down there, give us a like and subscribe and ring that bell to keep those notifications on. Until next time, have a good one.
Mark of the Beast.
This is me being possessed. Shirt under this, I should just be like floating arms.
Yeah, just floating.
Yeah, I am.
Hopping around.
I'm gonna start with this with
Hello. Hello.
oh gosh, I just go. God, I shouldn't have woken up at 4:30 in the morning. I had to finish an essay though, and I finished it. Huh?
You finished it.
Yeah. Ugh. And I'll be doing the numbers in my demon voice for fun. It's on a roll. It's on a roll. I just start crying. Yes, okay.